Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Today we are on the test server to give you a first look and gameplay and guide of Armanz the Magnificent, the brand new fusion coming to Raid. This Thursday is when it starts. Looks like it's going to be a difficult fusion, is my guess, but I think he's also extremely powerful. And if you are in any way interested in Arena and doing well there, certainly he's kind of a must get, right? My favorite theory is Taurus also has an instrument kind of like this one. And my favorite theory, he even has a sword quite like this one on the back as well. So my favorite theory is that every champion with an instrument is going to be bonkers overpowered. We shall see. So let's take a look at his kit. His A1 Weird Blade has a 35 that books to 50% chance to increase the cooldown of a random skill by 2 turns and fills his turn meter by 10% for each turn added to the cooldown. Solid enough A1. Again, not something you can rely on, but potentially you can lock out like a cleanser or a reviver or something like that. Even a damage dealer from their moves in Arena, which is really nice. His A2 is one of the best moves in the entire game. Greatest hits. This is so overpowered. 3 turn cooldown when booked. Attacks all enemies, steals all the turn meter of each target except enemies under sheep, and also places stun on all enemies not under sheep. This is just crazy. Stun for 1 turn. So it can weak hit and fail to do these things, but it's just so powerful, right? Because it is a turn meter steal, he gets all that turn meter. He's basically going to go again nearly all the time. He will go again straight away, which makes this actually a really short cooldown. So if you build him with enough speed and accuracy to do this, he can just run laps around the enemy and just keep them with no turn meter and permanently stunned, and they just cannot do anything. It's actually insanely strong. Massive for progression and massive for control just in general. His A3 for my next trick, exclamation mark, 3 turn cooldown when booked. That puts sheep on an enemy for 1 turn, and yes, you can pick and choose your target, and it will bypass Ultimate Death Knight, it will bypass Stone Skin, it will bypass, it just works. And it also has a 75 going to 100% chance to remove all buffs from all enemies, and guess what? Yeah, it gives him some turn meter as well, because why not? Why wouldn't it give him some turn meter? And then Master of Ceremonies is passive. Whenever sheep debuff removes or expired, increase a random active skill to its max cooldown and fills his turn meter. Now, this can be very powerful, in particular against champions with long cooldowns. So, I mean, like Trunda has really long cooldowns, so you wouldn't see her too often in Arena. Lockout typically is pretty long cooldowns. Revivers, popular ones like Sifi and Duchess, have very long cooldowns on their skill, 4-turn cooldowns. So he could potentially get a bunch of turn meter off of that as well. And also it just synergizes in general with Polymorph, like running with a Sun Wukong who can also polymorph people. And this passive will be applying to that too. If you get Polymorph Blessing on anyone in your team, passive is going to be working with it as well. 28% speed in Arena Battles Aura too. So let's take a look. So how have I built him? I put him in double perception and actually triple protection for the extra speed and the accuracy. I think it's quite a solid build overall. We've got him at 370 speed and 600 accuracy. So that was really the entire focus. I think Perception set is like his best friend. I was looking to try get him in Stone Skin with Perception, but I couldn't quite do it. I don't have any Stone Skin accessories for Barbarians. So I did this instead. We're just going fast. I think in a perfect world, you do put him in 4-piece Stone Skin with, like, preferably with accessories. You could do 2 Stone Skin up here and 2 Stone Skin down here, then you get 4 Perception, and then your best accuracy with speed banner. This is my best one. It's not great, but it is what it is. You do that, and you've got a beast of a champion, right? If he's in Stone Skin at the start of the fight, he can be locked out, but you know he's otherwise fairly resistant to most crowd control and turn meter pushback, and he starts going, and he just never stops, really. For his masteries, I think fairly straightforward as well. We're giving him Eagle Eye for more accuracy. I've given him Cycle of Revenge. I think one interesting thing you could do, like you could potentially... No, he doesn't do any buffs. I've given him Arcane Celerity, more debuffs to get more turn meter, you know, potentially reduce his cooldown. All the fun stuff, which is good. So let's dive in. I think the first thing I want to show you, let's go to normal mode Spider, which is really all about turn meter control. And I think, you know, let's go into stage 25. This is not going to work. We're not going to win. Obviously, we've got no damage. But I just thought this would be interesting to show you how powerful this is. So bam, he steals all the turn meter. He stunned nearly all of them. And he gets to go again almost instantly. Goes again with the A1. Again, look at this. Sucks up all the turn meter. One got resisted, but it got stunned. So you're good. He's locking the boss out fairly well. The boss has 50% turn meter reduction on effects, right? So we can't fully steal the boss at turn meter. So this won't work, right? The boss, as you can see, will eventually get a turn. But man, he is unparalleled, really, when it comes to being able to lock down the spider. Like, there is no better champion. You can see right here, he's going to flounder a little bit because nothing had turn meter. He couldn't really steal it. But that's okay. He'll come back in. But yeah, it also, you can see it's doubling up that benefit because not only are you stealing the turn meter, you're also stunning them. So like these spiderlings are not even close to getting a turn, right? The boss will eventually kill us. He will eventually get a turn. But you can easily apply this, even with lower speeds, guys, because he's stealing so much turn meter, right? You're absolutely locking out normal spider. Like, this champion just wins normal spider for you basically for free. Like, you throw in an Armiger, you throw in, I don't know, some champions that can actually do damage, and you're flying. It's no problem. Like, let's just end this. He'll die eventually. It's gonna take him ages. He's ridiculous. I did put like a proper fun team together with the new guy, Gizmo, over here. Gizmo the Ogre. So Gizmo the Ogre, he's quite fun because he puts out burns, and he can also activate and extend burns. And then we're putting in a bunch of burn exploders. So it's a little bit tricky in a sense to build a team for him for Spider, I'd say stage 21 to 25, because burn is really important, but he's got so much turn meter control. Like, nothing is ever taking a turn, so the burns will never activate. We need to put in burn exploders instead. So we burnt the spiders. Every time this guy gets a turn, he's got a chance to burn, and like we can then start activating the burns. Unfortunately, we're actually doing too much damage because I've actually built this guy for a lot of damage. Showcase on him coming soon, the new myth, because I got a 5-star soul for him. But yeah, again, the idea here is we put in Armanz. Armanz just locks everything down non-stop. We get in even just one champion that can burn, and then one champion that can explode, like Artak or whatever. And you can just absolutely destroy this. You could also just run pure damage. If that's something you've got to do, you could, again, run like some cold hearts and stuff like that, and you could make it work as well. But what does Armanz do in this situation? And he'll do the same thing against Dark Fae. He will do the same thing against Fire Knight as well. Against any of these things, he's just going to lock him out nonstop. And that's it. He's just probably the best turn meter champion in the game. He's kind of ridiculous. Kind of insanely ridiculous. Let's jump into Arena and let's see some of this in action. We actually got some speed teams here. I'm not sure if we will, which is sort of his weakness. I mean, let's give it a go. Wait, first of all, let's not start with the failure. Let's go in against a real tanky team. Here we go. So I've got a fun little setup right here. He doesn't have too much polymorph, so we'll run this guy. But basically, to break down what we're going to be seeing here, right? This champion, he puts out burns at the start of his turn. He can activate the burns, so he can rip off Stone Skin. And he can then go into Form 2 and nuke them. But this is like a high-end team, right? So this is, I'll show you some more budget options too. But this is like a high-end sort of showcase of what Armanz can do. So what does he do for us? There's the burns, by the way, from the other champion. So number one, Armanz brings in a phenomenal speed aura for Arena. So he's really going to help you go fast. Again, on his A3, we've got the sheep that can then remove buffs. So let's target the Duchess. Turn it into a sheep. She's gone. We'll find an ultimate Death Knight and test it out. We're going to boost up with Seafeet, and we're going to lock them out then. So we've attempted to strip their buffs. Let's blow up the burns here. Let's see how much damage it does with 5-star Incinerate. Not a whole lot. It's not really the purpose of this. But here we go. Okay. So let's say turn one. In this, I've actually put together this team quite well, if I do say so myself. So the idea here is that we remove their Stone Skin with the Incinerate Blessing in this champion. That's not essential. But in this situation, right, these champions now, look at this. Greatest hits, bloop. She resisted because she's Mithrala. We could try Sheep her. She's resisted, but we've stripped off some buffs. He's just getting, look at all this turn meter he's getting. He's just flying through the stuff. She can't be controlled. But let's see, how well can he lock down? We'll try not to do any real damage. How well can he lock down these other guys? Let's increase her cooldown, sure. Try out some more burns, because we can. I don't know, we'll just A1 her. Just do some A1s, we won't do much. Sleep Mithrala with the Irresistible Sleep. We can't lock her down. But like, look at this. They've almost got back to their turn. Yoink. Steal it again. Stun them again. Like, we don't even need to stun them again. They're still stunned from the first time. Like, it's kind of nuts, right? So again, he's running, like I said, 370 speed right here. We'll sort of slowly kill these guys off with Incinerate just because it's kind of funny. Now he's going to run out of juice, right? Doesn't do much damage, but he's running out of juice now. But yeah, like this guy, he's eventually... Oh, finally I'm free of my thing. But he's ready to stun him again. Like, the control is just insane. It is insane. Not only that, we're running him with a lockout. So long as we go first, they're in a huge amount of trouble. Let's go in against what is, in theory, here, a very scary team, right? Hell Hades team. Very good against Necrat. Like, look at this. In theory, this is a nightmare situation. We've got a Cupidus. Every time we hit Cupidus, he's going to counterattack because of Venus. He's also protected by Necrat. He's got a massive shield. He's got Stone Skin. Well, for my next trick, gone. Remove all that. We don't want to deal with any of that. Forget about it. No, thank you. Again, we can lock him out. Again, we don't have enough accuracy for Mithrala. We're seeing lots of Mithralas. We can boost up on this sort of damage. And in this case, we'll just kill him a bit faster because we can with this champion, in theory. Like he can just start blowing them up, doing his thing. Let's put Pain Link on him. That's fine. And now, like, again, now Cupidus has come back, but now you just stun him, and actually there's really nothing you could do. In fact, we could just polymorph him again if we wanted to, which is just so broken. It's not even funny. It's not even funny how broken this is. It is, it's kind of next level, but they're all dead anyway to this, to Gizmo. Gizmo takes him out. How ridiculous is that? Let's find Ultimate Death Knight. Here we go, perfect, just to showcase this. So with this sort of team, again, Ultimate Death Knight could be a problem. So here's, okay, two interesting things, right? So with Wukong, his polymorph move, let's say you've built to support Wukong, right? You've put your Wukong really high speed, really high accuracy. That's great. But he has to polymorph Ultimate Death Knight. Watch this. We could just polymorph whoever we want, right? Wukong, Ultimate Death Knight redirects it to himself 100% of the time due to his passive because it is a single target attack. With Armanz, his move is not an attack, so you can pick whoever the heck you want and it will work, which is sick. Alternatively, we could go in and we could say, like that, where was it? Like, let's say we're going in with a Rotus or something, right? We're going in with a big single target damage dealer. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Big single target damage dealer, like a Rotus with a new Lil Miss Annie. No, she's got double hit. She'd be okay. Ultimate Death Knight's a real pain in the butt. Oh, he actually resisted, but we removed the buff, so I didn't have enough accuracy built. We've been bad showcase now. Bad. We've been outshone here. He's got a lot of resistance on this, so you'd need to have him with perhaps more accuracy for this, or we could, use the accuracy aura or whatever. See, this could be kind of funny. We can put Pain Link on, and we could laugh. Do we want to even? No, just let them hit us. Let them try. Ooh, Pain Link. Well, like I said, we'll talk more about this. We'll talk more about this mythical tomorrow. We'll focus on him. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. So bad showcase in the sense he has a lot of resistance. But yeah, that's fine. We'll kill him now in a sec. So there we go. He's dead from the Pain Link. Hilarious. Pain Link, mythical. Love it. But yeah, again, you can use that with enough accuracy to get past an ultimate. Let's see if we can find another Ultimate Death Knight team. Okay, here we go. Tyraku. So yeah, let's go in. Let's say we're running Sifi Rotus. Normally a massive problem on offense, Ultimate Death Knight or anyone. Hopefully this will work and we're not outsped. We might be. Pretty sure Tyraku's speed gear is better than mine. I've got great speed champions, terrible speed gear. Okay, and we're fast enough. Well, we've got two options here. I mean, let's actually go with option number one. Let's go. Okay, their Sifi's pretty fast. I could polymorph his Ultimate Death Knight straight away, but they were pretty full on the turn meter. How about we just lock them out? Okay, now we can try. I don't have enough accuracy. 600 is a lot, but in this case, it's clearly not enough. Oh well, so now it's gonna take ages. No, the showcase is foiled. Well, that's fine. We can sort of slowly wait out this ultimate Death Knight. Let's steal their turn meter again. Stun the sea. Steefy, she's getting a bit too close. Let's have another go. Now we've messed it up again. That's fine. We'll just keep speed boosting. You know, they were looking a little close maybe to taking a turn. We can't really have that. So hang on. Let's wait here. Okay, Steefy might actually take one turn here. This is bad. This is bad. He's gonna get one turn in. Actually, Rotus will get a turn as well because he will be cleansed with his passive. Let's see. Can we push her turn meter back? Can we cut in? Not quite. We came close, but not quite. Oh, okay. He's breaking free. Well, let's lock him down again. There we go. They're stunned again. Let's have one more. You know what? Actually, it's not working against Ultimate Death Knight. Let's just sheep the Siphi, right? Let's take Siphi out of the equation. She's removing the debuff from Rotus. You know, I'm in danger of potentially dying. Let's sheep her. Like, it's so ridiculous. This champion, the things he can do, it is just crazy, guys. If only we had enough accuracy for this to actually properly work, we would be laughing. We would be laughing. All right, let's go in again. Okay. Yeah, we can't steal the turn meter from the sheep, but there we go. Oh, he finally got polymorphed. Okay. We finally got polymorphed, so now we're in some trouble. But yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Let's be real. It's pretty cool what he can do. Let's lock him out. I guess we'll boost up here. Finally, Ultimate Death Knight is finally done being in Stone Skin. I should have brought in the other guy, huh? Should have brought him in. I mean, I guess we try our luck, see if we get a crit. There we go. Hey, finally, and we're off. Great. So she's dead. At last, we can win this. We can win this. Thank goodness. We're getting worried here that this would go on forever. I guess we hit him. Actually, it might be risky to hit him. We'll just have the Rotais pop a bunch of extra turns against each other and counterattacks and all that fun stuff, and we go. So there we go. That took forever. That was bad showcase in the sense I clearly don't have enough accuracy on him. But yeah, it gives you a concept. So looks like my build is not perfect. We want more accuracy for sure on this champion, right? So for instance, with 600 accuracy, and he's getting an extra 20, like it looks like running 700 plus resistance. So we'd want to switch it up. A little bit difficult to do so, actually. I guess what we could do is, hang on, let's try it again. Let's go much speed and accuracy as we can, and we'll steal from anyone that's not Yumiko. And we need to try a different team as well. Okay, that doesn't have a ton of speed, but it's got a ton of accuracy. That one is more speed. Let's put accuracy's medium. And let's say main stat be accuracy, or we'll do a shield as well. We'll do flat defense. Should be fine. We've got, so it is actually recommending that one. You could go with the double speed roll. I need a better speed roll. I've got no super good accuracy chest, apparently. That's a bummer. Let's get 6 extra speed. I think that, I don't know. Let's stick with the higher accuracy. Let's just make sure we lock this in, right? And then let's look at the shields. Got double speed shield. Triple speed would be ideal. Doesn't look like I've got one. Oh, I've got one there. Triple speed. So now we're much higher. We are way slower, though. That's a bit of a problem. So we've lost a lot of speed. Not sure if that's worth it, actually. I think I'd rather him be probably faster. I mean, let's give it a go. Let's see what happens with this. No harm in trying, right? And let's come try it. We can switch him back if we want to. Let's try the same. No, we beat that team. We need another Ultimate Death Knight team. Here's one. Try against these guys. Give it a go. See, against these slower teams. Hopefully now we've got enough accuracy. We could always use a Yumiko aura if we wanted to, if we knew. Like, let's say it's live arena. We knew we're faster. Okay, we're going to boost up here. We can lock them out. Okay, now at this point, we could even like just steal. You know what? In fact, let's do that. Let's steal the turn meter off these jerks. And he's basically good to go again. Fantastic. Now we can polymorph Ultimate Death Knight, get rid of him. We've actually removed most of the turn meter, in fact. So let's hit her. Didn't kill her. That's okay. We've got plenty of time. Boost up again. I don't know, slap this on him. He took a turn, so let's see if we can increase the cooldown of one of his moves. We can do the same to like Duchess and all of that as well. Oh, hit him, put him to sleep. Didn't quite kill the Duchess, a little low on the damage there, but we can basically lock her out now. Ultimate Death Knight is respawned. That's fine. Steal all the turn meter. Lock him. Like, is this not so busted? Again, get rid of Ultimate Death Knight. Don't want to deal with that. We need to kill off the Python and the other guy first. Like, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. There's no... like, come on, dude. What is happening? Oh, he still has reaction on. He hasn't even come close to taking it. He still has reaction. Oh my god. It's unbelievable. Oh, we didn't kill the Ultimate Death Knight. That's sad. Steal their turn meter again. Oh, he's been turned into a sheep. That's funny. Redirected the polymorph from the Yumiko hex. It's just so funny. Let's find a more budget team and give them another go. All right, slightly more sort of budgety option here. They've actually got some 6-star polymorph, so this could go bad. This is his weakness, right? His big weakness is definitely polymorph. Let's actually see if we can catch that in action. But needless to say, Armanz, he is, in my opinion, the best. Yeah, I think that's safe to say. In fact, one thing we could do, because they're quite slow, we could go like, yeah, you know what? 6-star polymorph on Harima. Let's just polymorph her. Let's just get rid of that, right? I don't want to get polymorphed by the 6-star. Let's just polymorph her. Let's turn him into a sheep as well. We're going to be locking them all out. Great. Here we could actually A1. We can't steal turn meter off these sheep anyway. And we can't stun her because she's got buffs on. He's gaining turn meter because of his stuff. Like, it's great fun. It is great fun. Like, we can try lock her out again with the A1. Oh, that does hit Ultimate Death Knight, actually. Tried to polymorph her, didn't work. We can give us a shield. This is risky. Risk polymorph on my damage dealer. Probably a bad idea. Probably a very bad idea. Let's see. Does he proc it? No, but so he didn't steal turn meter off her. I think he weak hit Harima. Right, so that's a slight problem. Yeah, this is, I think, a fairly budget team. We've got the last fusion. I can't remember what. Ancora, Ultimate Death Knight. We've got Wukong as well. Unfortunately, Wukong is polymorph. This team would be quite weak to polymorph. Wukong has been polymorph too. That's obviously annoying. Who do we want to remove? And like, we could lock out whoever we want. We could soften up the Duchess. That might be fine. Right, just go, yep, Duchess, whatever, polymorph her. She'll come back weaker. That's great. Do a bit of damage here. The Harima is definitely somewhat scary. Like, she could potentially kill us. Maybe we should polymorph her, get rid of her. Maybe we should, yeah. But yeah, just to give you a bit of an idea of what's going on here. Let's see what Harima will do. Oh yeah, she could certainly kill us. Ooh, this is actually quite bad. I think we lose this one. Most likely. Let's see. We can revive him, pushes their turn meter back a bit. We say, okay, this Harima is too risky. Get rid of her. No thanks. Kill the Ultimate Death Knight. All right, let's try recover this. See what we can do. Brought Ultimate Death Knight back again. That's annoying. Steal the turn meters. Get him back a bit. Stun them as well. Fantastic. Yeah, let's not risk the smack Ultimate Death Knight. Polymorph him as well. Just because. Let's see if we can increase her cooldowns. Great. Gives us some more turn meter. Boost up. Yeah, we've got 2 fusions. We've got 2 login legendaries here, just to give you a concept of what you could do. Say, again, get rid of her. 6-star polymorph. Lots of damage. Nasty passive. Get out of here. Let's see if we can kill off the Duchess. And this is certainly going to be a slow fight, but basically the point is to show you that this can work. She actually resisted the turn meter steal, but she's been stunned. Now this is still dangerous because we can't polymorph, or we don't have enough accuracy to polymorph her, so she could still be locking us out. But yeah, that's sort of the point of this, is to show you the sort of stuff he can do. It's kind of nuts, honestly. Fine. We'll wear them down. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. They know, get rid of you. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, is this guy a must-have? Yeah, I think so. I think he is the best. Yeah, he's got to be the best arena fusion they've ever done. Now he's been polymorphed now. It's going to take him. He's actually broken free. That's not too bad. This might be the kill. Yeah, there we go, pretty much. That should be them basically dead at this point. Slow fight, but it gives you an idea. He is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, kind of ridiculous. Wham. This Harima has a good chunk of accuracy. Slightly annoying. Once she's dead, the fight is won. You know what? Yeah, let's just hit her with an A1. Let's try actually win this fight. Watch us lose now at the last second. That would be embarrassing. See if we can stun her. Great. That's a little risky because he could have been cheaped, but, you know, it's fine. Here we go. We'll get them down eventually. It takes ages because the Harima passive basically massively reduces his damage. And now at this point, we can just go and, like, auto it. But yeah, he is an absolutely, he's a must-have, I think, right? He is a must-have champion. He is so strong for Arena. Like, if this has not shown you, he's weak to high resistance, obviously. He's going to work extremely well with increased accuracy teams. But he's weak to high resistance, as you saw. But, like, we're coming in against some kind of crazy teams, right? And we're able to take him down with very accessible champions. He is nuts. He is a game changer. Like you have seen from these fights, I hope, very clearly, the sheer amount of control. This champion has more control than I think any other champ in the game, basically. The only thing that sort of competes is Lockout, right? Lockout is similar, but in terms of AoE stun, in terms of AoE turn meter, there's no one better. And works for Spider, it'll work for Fire Knight normal, work for anywhere where you can turn meter control. He's gonna be insane. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that interesting, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.